the money that the Chargers gave to J.C. Jackson a year ago, but now the money that they're going to give Justin Herbert. To me, I think that's also should be talked about and praised. This is an organization that has been one that kind of waits to the end, or they kind of players hold out. They kind of have to force their hand and to hand out what's the richest contract in NFL history in terms of average per year. How surprised are you that this came about so quickly, or actually quietly, how it just kind of came out of nowhere and boom, the deal got done?
Yeah, I mean, they've been working towards the deal pretty much since the end of last season. I mean, this is kind of how it works in the NFL. You draft a quarterback and he develops into the type of player that Justin Herbert is. You know that you're going to have to pay him after year 3, and the market sort of dictates what you're going to have to pay him. Lamar Jackson signed for $52 million in average annual value, so you kick it up a little bit, and Justin Herbert ends up at $52.5 million. And I think a lot of the structure of the deal was established much earlier in the offseason, and then there's a lot of posturing that sort of goes on. But, you look at some of the contracts the Chargers have given out, like in the last 3-4 years, they're willing to pay their guys if they're performing and they feel like they have more to give. I mean, they gave Joey Bosa the biggest contract ever given to a defensive player at the time in 2020. They made Keenan Allen the second highest paid receiver in the league in that same offseason. They made Derwin James the highest paid safety in the league last offseason, and then they paid Justin Herbert. So, and they gave Mike Williams $20 million a year last offseason. So, that's always been the strategy for general manager Tom Telesco. You draft, develop, and then if guys are there, you pay them at market value. And I think the Chargers have proven that they're capable and willing of doing that over the last 4 or 5 years.
Chargers reporter for The Athletic, Daniel Popper, joining the Rich Eisen Show. Kirk Morrison here filling in for Rich. Daniel, now comes the expectations. And that's the one thing I felt that with Justin Herbert, the expectations have been sort of tempered. But now when you get the contract, I think we all want to see results. What's now the pressure now being put on Justin Herbert after signing this contract?
Yeah, Kirk, I think you're right on it. I mean, when you're on a rookie deal, you can be a developing player, even at the quarterback position. And obviously Justin Herbert's been a record-setting player on his rookie deal. But when you get this type of contract, the expectations are sky high, and a lot of that is related to how much of the salary cap that you're taking up. When you're taking up 15%, anywhere up to 25% of the salary cap, there's less money to spend elsewhere. And in order for you to be a perennial contender, you need that player to be playing at an MVP level year over year. Like that, those are the expectations now for Justin Herbert. It's not, hey, can he take the next step? It's not, hey, can he develop? It's, hey, can you be an MVP type player year over year? And that creates certain expectations. Justin Herbert is well aware of those expectations, and I think that's why this season has those type of expectations for everyone involved. I mean, Justin Herbert has to get to that level, and they're excited, and they think he can get there because of offensive coordinator Kellen Moore, but those same type of expectations apply to everyone. You look at the amount of money they've spent on this defense for Brandon Staley. It has to be better than below average to middle of the pack. It has to be a great defense. And then, even for general manager Tom Telesco, entering his 11th season with the team, never been to a conference championship game. Like, this is the year. The expectations are sky high. There are no more excuses. And the Chargers have to be a legitimate contender for the Super Bowl, and they absolutely have to push the Chiefs for the AFC West title this year. That's the expectations, and that's what it is for this organization.
Yeah, I think the NFL sees that as well with the 6 standalone primetime games for the Chargers this year, Daniel. I think the NFL is also taking notice.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.